This is 3FM.
I've always had an interest in politics. I've stood twice before. I thought long and hard this time, but a number of people whose opinion I value wanted me to run, so I am. I think the main issues facing Garff are the same as the rest of the island. I mean, Garff now consists of a large part of Onchan, rural districts of Lonnon and Mackhold, a village of Laxey. So we have a combination of things. So it's the economy, it's the health service, it's the standard of our education, it's the deficit. On a national level, the whole of the House of Keys is going to have to tackle the structural deficit. It can't continue as it is, otherwise we're going to run out of money. I'd also like to see smarter spending of government, better choices, particularly in the health service. I think locum staff is an issue, particularly in the administration side, strangely enough. But we've had waiting list fixes before to try and get rid of waiting lists, and then once the fixes are done, the lists grow again. So there's something structurally not right, and we need to look at that and try and streamline the system and work smarter. I think crime is very low on the island. I think we're very lucky to live in a very safe environment. I think we need to perhaps use a little more common sense occasionally. I mean, the case recently of somebody being prosecuted for £1.50, £2 worth of cannabis, or a prosecution that cost £5,000. That's an inefficient use of public funds when perhaps a caution could have done the job just as well. I don't think there's any easy fix. There's the options that the Chief Minister put out yesterday of returning tuition fees to youngsters that come back. But we also need to look at the population who are 25, 30, 35 and perhaps have been off the island 5 or 10 years. If we can bring them back when they're at a time to bring up a family. The island's a beautiful place to bring up a family, and let's make it attractive for them. I think the main focus is on education and housing. I think our job situation is very good. If anything, we haven't got enough people to fill the vacancies that are out there. Making sure that our education establishments have the right equipment, the right books, the right facilities to teach children well, I think is important. And looking at various schemes like shared equity housing schemes so that people can afford to get onto the property ladders. It's a case of being proactive. I'm very much against being reactive in government and waiting for a crisis to happen and then dealing with it. Let's be proactive and make plans of how we can do this in the future. I don't think it's taken the deficit as seriously as perhaps it should. We've expanded the public workforce at a time when it's supposed to be contracting it, but they've done some good stuff too. It's my son's wedding on the 17th of September in Hanoi. My mother's birthday, her 81st birthday, is also on the 17th of September. She wants to be in Hanoi. I will take her there and we will go to the wedding, and then I'll get back as soon as I can. I'd like to think that any candidate in the election faced with those choices would put their mother and their son first.
More music for the Isle of Man.
3FM.